Good morning, beautiful people of the world. Good morning. Ooh. I have on no makeup, not even some eyebrows. I've done nothing to my face. I can barely move my back. Oh my God. So of course you know they had me out there digging holes yesterday. I thank God that I do not have to do it today, tomorrow, or Monday. I will be over at another location filling in for someone. I am exhausted. I am just exhausted. I cannot emphasize. I forgot to put the alarm on. I'll be right back. I cannot emphasize enough how tired I am. I am just exhausted. Oh, I'm exhausted. Lord have mercy, Jesus. It's just too much. I hope y'all are doing well. I hope y'all had a good day yesterday. My back hurts so bad. Oh, my back hurts so bad. I was so tired yesterday when I came home from work. I was asleep by 8 o'clock. I had to run yesterday to take Christopher to the barbershop, and it was raining. I took him to the barbershop. Then his barber, he had an 4:30 appointment. His barber had two people ahead of him. He was there till almost 7 o'clock. From 4:30 to after 6. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why do you have an appointment? And, you know, you got two people. He overbooked. Then we went and got some Chinese food. Took it back to my mama's house. Then I ate. I was sitting on my mama's couch. I could just barely move. So I left her house about 7:30 or so. Came home. I wanted to jump in the shower. I laid back on my bed. I never did get in the shower. Got up this morning. Got in there. Got in the shower. I didn't wash my face. I didn't do nothing. I just could not move. I could not move. Seriously. Oh, I could not move. Girl, we dug and we dug and we dug trying to find these gas lines. And we found them. And I got to the point that I just told them, I'm done. I can't do no more. My girlfriend who worked with me, she's smaller, a lot smaller than me. And she's real athletic and everything. She was all down on the ground, digging. I'm like, girl, fuck this. I don't try to stop nobody from doing what they doing, but I told her out there yesterday, I said, you know what? I said, I'm just gonna tell you the truth. I said, you can take it whatever way you want to take it. I said, but I'm tired. I'm done doing labor work, hard labor work. She and I, we used to work behind the garbage truck together. I'm done with that. I'm just done. I don't want to do it no more. Seriously, I don't. My body cannot take it no more. I never wanted to do a job like this. You know what I'm saying? I never did, but I took the job because I had a child to feed and take care of. But this was not my choice of job. It just wasn't. And you know, yes, it pays good. I'm not saying that, but I'm too old. I'm too fat. I just can't do it no more. I can't, and that it's laying in the fucking heat. And thank God it was a little cooler yesterday, but it was very muggy. It was still real muggy, you know? It was still extremely muggy. So it was extremely muggy outside, and I was still sweating. Not as bad, but still sweating. And I was just like, this bullshit. Like, this is bullshit. So then the backhoe guy came, and I was like, why don't you just go around with the thing, just stir it up? I said, this ain't nothing but bricks. I mean, y'all, big bricks. That it was hard for the men to move. So you want me to move it? So I told the foreman that was out there, y'all know me. I said, hey, come here. Because we had all these big bricks. And he pretty cool, a brother. He a slave driver. I said, listen here, motherfucker. I said, this ain't roots. I'm not getting down here moving no goddamn bricks now. I said, I asked him, I said, come here. I said, do you enjoy your wife? He said, every chance I get. I said, well, I want to be somebody, something one day. I said, and I want my coochie to be intact. Girl, he was like, I said, yeah. I said, I don't want nobody to fall into my shit because it's all loose and broke the fuck up from doing this bullshit. I said, now tell him to come down here and swivel this bullshit up because I'm not picking up no fucking bricks. He's like, I'm acting like I ain't hear you say that. I'm acting like, and he and I always joke or whatever. I said, listen here. I said, I want my vagina and all the organs that come with it. Okay? I want my vagina. And I want somebody to be able to enjoy this motherfucker again. Somewhere in life. Even if I'm 80. I'm just saying. You know, you got us all down on the ground. You know what I'm saying? I didn't even have that. You know, y'all know I don't get on this camera very often without no makeup on. I used to put on some eyeliner or something, but I didn't even draw on my eyebrows. I ain't do nothing. And you know, for me not to have put nothing on these eyebrows, you know I'm hurting. And baby, I am hurting. Do you hear me? I am hurting. All over. I'm hurting. Get off at 2:30 yesterday because his crew worked from 6 to 2:30, and then he had the nerve to ask me, we working overtime, y'all want to stay? Hell no. You don't get your fucking ass out my face with this bullshit. No, I'm going the fuck home. Fuck this money. And don't get me wrong, y'all. It ain't nothing wrong. Y'all know I need the money. But hell to the motherfucking no. No. Now, if you had me out here flagging or I was doing something else, I would have said yeah. But you got me down here with a shovel talking about I'm bending over like I'm having sex with 10 men. Get out my face. Get out my face. I said no. As soon as he came over there and said, we doing overtime, y'all. No. He said, damn, I can't even. No. came over there and he was digging to mom come over here and help y'all. And what I don't like about him, see, this is what I mean when I say what I say. How I like to be by myself. Because when I got a phone call, so I was talking on the phone. So here he comes. Looking at me like, why are you on the phone? I said, I gotta take this phone call. You just gonna have to wait. 4 labors out there doing this shit. Let me just tell y'all this, and I don't care who take this whatever way. Women, y'all can get mad at me. Y'all can feel however way y'all want to feel about me saying this, but I'm going to say this. Some shit ain't for us as women. I know it's a lot of women who can do a job of a man. She can run circles around a man. It's a lot of strong women. It's a lot of women who can do a lot of things. But there's just some shit as women we should not be doing. And that's one of them. Some construction work we just shouldn't be doing. If it tear up a man body who don't even have all of what we got, if it don't tear up a man body that got all of what we got, what you think it do to our body? What you think it do to our body? It's the same way working on a garbage truck. I know women do it. We do it. We do what we have to do. I did it for 10 years. Running from rats, big rats jumping on me, picking up heavy stuff, furniture, all of that crap. I've done it. Didn't want to do it, but I did it. But what I'm saying is, our bodies are not made for labor work. And I know it's a lot of women sitting here that probably do all types of different jobs saying, well, you know, Cece, I work better than a man. You probably do. And I'm not going to take that away from you. I'm not going to take your boss girl title away from you. But I'm just saying, there is some shit that we as women, we just ain't strong enough to do like a man. Because I'm not there looking at this guy, another friend of mine, a labor, who was standing here at the truck the other day talking. I'm looking at how he was hitting up, you know, the dirt, and how his arms would flex up, you know. And I'm like, I said, your arms just as brown, they just as flex, because he a man. And he ain't a big dude. But men don't have to be big men to be strong. It's just what God gave them. It's their the inner part of them that is just strong. You know what I'm saying? And we don't have that. We don't have it. We just don't have it. God didn't make us like that. You know, and women be trying to be out there and trying to be like a man and, oh, you know, I can work like a man. I got strength like a man and all of this and all of that. I'm not saying that you can't do a job like a man. But it's not, he didn't create us for that, this kind of work. I know women do it because women don't have no other choice, because women have to work, you know, because we got to take care of our families too. I get that. I understand that. But we were not meant to work like how a man worked. We just was not meant to do it. And as a woman, I don't feel like I have anything to prove. You know what I'm saying? And I was joking with him, but it's the truth. My side over here, on the left side, where I had my C-section, and this was the side that was messed up. Even when I was on garbage. It always hurt over here. It always was a pulling. It was always a pain. Yesterday, that same pain came back. You know, I don't know what's going on with my body. Just like you don't know what's going on with your body until you do something strenuous and then something start hurting in a place like a re-injury come back. You know what I'm saying? It just ain't for me. It just ain't for me. It just ain't. That's why they have me doing something totally different. I can't climb up and down off the back of them trucks. I can. But the question is, do I want to? You know, will my body allow me to? I have so many injuries just from working in garbage. You know what I'm saying? I got so many injuries just from the same car that was driving like a snail. I got so many injuries just from working in garbage. You know, shoulder, knee, my foot, the pinched nerve in my neck. You know, and that's why I went over to this department and took this position, because I was working in another department that was somewhat, you know, easier. You know, you get up and you won't fucking drive. I don't understand this. You went around all these people to get in front of people and you still won't drive. Fuck out the way. So, you know, it's ridiculous. That and the backhoe guy, he was all scary and stuff. Yeah, well, you know, I don't want to hit the gas line. I'm like, look, motherfucker, you ain't gonna hit the gas line if you just come right here and stir this up right here. I said, you ain't gonna hit the gas line. I said, but I can't break this shit up. We couldn't break it up. It wasn't nothing but bricks, just bricks. And after a while, I just stopped, because I was like, you know, y'all don't give a shit. I keep telling y'all what this is, and y'all keep acting like I don't, you know, like I don't know what I'm talking about. I was just pissed yesterday. I was so pissed. Okay, so I don't know if this is open or not. Oh, somebody opening it. Somebody here. Here's my boss right here. Okay. Y'all give me about 5 minutes, okay? Just 5 minutes. right, y'all. I'm sorry. You know, Motor Mouth is in here. He talking. And then my boss was waiting on me. I felt kind of bad. I forgot he had to give me the keys to the building. So he was sitting here waiting on me. One of my main boss. Because I tried to get the keys from him yesterday. But he didn't have them. So he said, I'll meet you in the morning. Baby, I forgot. I forgot. But he starts at 5:30 in the a.m. But I forgot because I just forgot. I gotta put these keys on a key ring. Yeah, I gotta put a key on a key ring. But right now, I'm gonna put them down in here. Right here. Motor Mouth is in there. So I'll be in a minute. I need 5 minutes. 5 minutes. So yeah, I put this hat on, y'all. Oh, damn. Oh, and here he come. Damn. What the fuck do they want? You just think this will not leave me alone. My girlfriend called me, and here he come. Hold on, y'all. What's up, Al? Yeah, I'm gonna sit right here.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
It was making a loud popping sound.
Yeah, he said that he said the engineer might come by today.
He did say
or
that.
Friday or Monday to fix it. So he gave me his number to call him.
Oh, okay. I
Yeah.
didn't know if you knew that or not.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, he told me.
So how you been, baby?
I've been okay.
You looking good.
Thank you,
Okay.
thank you, thank you. You see, I cut all my hair off.
Yeah, what's up with that, CC?
It was time to go back to the old me. Because, you know, I wore that ponytail for 2 years.
I didn't know. But you haven't said nothing. I've been
Yeah,
like,
because, you know, my hair had grew and grew and
I
grew,
kept
and then I
looking,
put the
like
ponytail.
I said,
Yeah, I cut it.
Okay.
It's been about
But see,
2
you can
weeks,
pu-
3
you can
weeks.
pull it. A lot of women can't do that.
That's true.
A lot of
That's
women
true.
just, their heads ain't shaped right. My
That's
wife
true.
can wear low hair like that.
Mm-hmm.
She did it one time. She said, I don't like this. I said, well, when it grow back.
Right. One thing for sure, it will grow back.
It'll grow back.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to finish this video.
Okay.
And then I'm going to come in.
Okay.
After I put my face on. Okay. You have to cut him off, because if you don't cut him off, he'll keep talking. I got to saying to myself, how in the hell do y'all wives, how in the hell do y'all, do his wife deal with him? See, this is why I don't want to get married. Because if I had to come home every day and be bothered with a motherfucker that talk, so I talk enough. But then to deal with somebody that talk, I'd be like, you don't go in the basement and do something. He a really nice guy, but I thought it was just me. So somebody else that I know said, do you know so-and-so? This person was asking me, yes, they work for me. And I said, yeah. They said, oh, he talk a lot. I said, oh, okay. So it just wasn't me. They was like, no. Because baby, when I tell you he can talk. He can talk, and I can talk. And I said something about my hair before he said it, because that was going to be another conversation. Y'all, let me take this phone call, and I'll call y'all right back. I bet you she don't want nothing. Let me call y'all right back. I'm back. She was looking for something. I was telling y'all I would call y'all back. I meant to say I'll be back. But anyway, she was looking for something that she said she thinks she dropped out of the van. And my hand did not work today over here. So I'm going to have to do an edit. But I mentioned my hair to him because I knew he was going to say something. And that was going to be a whole nother conversation. And I ain't feel like having that conversation with him. But, oh, he can talk. He just can talk. Now, I just went in there and was talking to him when I went in. And here he come. I just be thinking to myself, how do your wife do it? Seriously. Anyway, all I wanted to come back and say is I don't even have a subject to talk to y'all about because that's just how exhausted I am. I am just that exhausted. Seriously. I haven't even went to look at my checking account to see how in the negative it's in. I think the last time I looked it was at $300 or something. I'll be glad when I get back on track. I'll be so glad when I get back on track. Whoever said money don't buy happiness, they a damn lie. They lied. Oh, excuse me. And then I go in the building, and I was getting ready to turn on the air in here, because they finally put another air conditioner in here. And he gonna say, it's a little cool outside. I said, yeah, but it's still 100 degrees in here. And he was like, yeah, I guess you're right. It is a little stuffy. Okay. So, the person who asked me about this eyeliner, I think, was it D or Angela? This eyeliner, you see it? See how black it is? This is MAC. Here it is. It's called MAC Color Excess, and it's called Glide or Die. You see the name of it? Glide or Die. This is what it looks like. Okay? Because you all were asking me about this eyeliner pencil. And this is what I use. Now, there are several other brands that I do like. I'm gonna buy a liquid felt tip eyeliner for when I do my for my eyeshadow, for making a wing. But if you're looking for a good black eyeliner pencil that will not smudge, that will not run, it's this one, Glide or Die by MAC. Okay, this is what it looked like. They have it in green, blue, and purple. I have it in blue and purple and black. I haven't bought the green one yet, but it's called glide or die because it you see how it glides on. Okay. I also have Black Track, which is another eyeliner that I really, really like. And that one, you need a little brush. It's the pot, which is this one. Do I have it in? I know I got it in here. This bag is stuffed to the max. It's this one. This is Black Track by MAC. So I use both of these. Okay. Always make sure you put the top on because you will dry this out. It will dry out. With this one, you need a little brush to put it on. And let me see if I can find that. I need a bigger makeup bag, but hold on. You all seen me put it on before, but where is it? This is the mascara that I use when I do put on mascara, when I don't use lashes. This is New by MAC. This is what it is. And this is Black Stack mascara. It's called Black Stack. I like this mascara. I just bought this one recently. This was $16.99. If you bought one, you got one free. And the reason why I like it, and I'm gonna show you why, because of the way that it has a I cannot find that little brush. Hold on. Oh, here it is. So put all of this stuff back in here. So with Black Track, you need this. You need this to be able to dip this in the pot and put the eyeliner on. This is also a MAC brush. So I bought the brush that goes with this, okay? So these are the eyeliners that I use. I don't wear MAC foundation anymore because it's just, I don't like it anymore. It's too thick on my skin, on my, I just don't care for it anymore. So I use Fenty. But what I was going to show you with this mascara, you see the brush, how that brush is made? So when you're putting on your mascara, this brush gets in the corners of those little hairs that you cannot see. This is just my opinion. MAC has some great mascara. Of course, you all know that there's other products out there that is good as well. But I like MAC. And the girl in the store, she told me about this mascara. And this is their newer mascara. So you buy one, you get one free. I'm going to give my mother the other one. See if she wants it. So you see how when you put it on, it's supposed to go under. I don't know if you can see it. But it's supposed to go, it's supposed to be able to glide and go under those hairs. Because the brush is bent already for you. I don't know about you ladies, but back in the day when I first started wearing mascara, I used to bend this so that I could get it where I wanted it to be. But with this, you don't have to do that. And this really, really pumps your eyelashes out. So if you are a lady who don't like to wear eyelashes, this will do the job. See it? But we're going to do a makeup tutorial, I promise you. I just haven't had time to do one. You just go, it just really pumps those eyelashes out. So again, this one is by MAC, and it's called Black Stack Mascara. They just brought this one out. It's new on the line, and I really do like it. It's waterproof, so it's not supposed to smudge. And I believe the eyeliners are waterproof as well. And they have all different kinds of mascara. If you're looking for a good mascara, I would suggest going to MAC. They have some really good ones. They have some good ones. Now, if you're getting ready to put on my Fenty base makeup, I'm not going to put on that much. I'm going to dab that. I'm going to tap, tap, tap. This is not my color. This is a little darker. I can get away with it, but this is really not my color. But you just want to tap. You do not want to put on your base makeup, your foundation, with a spoolie. It sucks up too much of the product, and you use a sponge like this. I just had it. This absorbs too much of your product. When you put it on there, you want to get a makeup foundation brush, because this does not absorb so much of the product. You can take this and blend it out once you get it on your skin, but you don't want to put your foundation product on a sponge. You only want to use that to blend. You want to use a foundation brush to get the makeup on. Okay? And That's what we gonna do. And ladies, when you put on your foundation, do not rub your skin. Remember, your skin, your face is your canvas. It's just like if you were painting a picture. You wouldn't rub hard because you would do what? You would rip the paper. So we don't want to rip our skin. We want to treat our skin like a piece of paper. We want to just glide makeup. We want to glide. We don't want to be rubbing. You don't have to do all of that to get product on your face. You can just tap. You can tap. You're going to just tap. You're going to tap so it gets on there, but you're not going to rub. You want to tap it. You're going to tap. And we're going to blend in a few minutes. We want to make sure we got our foundation on. Okay? We want to just tap. We want to tap. We can rub a little bit, but we want to tap. Okay? Remember to tap. Tap, tap, tap. Tap. Not rub. Now I'm going to take the sponge and I'm going to go in those places and in these corners and in these creases that I was unable to get in. But you see, I'm still tapping. I'm not rubbing real hard. I'm just blending in. See how I'm blending? I'm blending. Now I don't have my other powder to set this, but we just blending. See that? We just blending. And that's what you want to do. You want to blend. You want to blend. You see how I blended that? So now it's not sitting on top of my face, right? Because we just blended it. We took the little sponge and we just going around. And that's what we doing. We just blending. We just getting it in those creases and in those corners. We don't want to have no spaces. We don't want to have no makeup where, you know, it's makeup here and it's not, and it's not all the way in. It's makeup here, it's makeup here. We just want to blend. We just want to blend it in. But we still tapping. We still tapping. We still tapping. See that? And ladies, when you put your foundation on, you don't want to put your foundation on where it stops here. You want to go all the way down here, okay? Just here. Just around the chin line, around the face, right in here. You don't have to put it all the way down here on your neck, okay? Or all the way down here on your shoulders. You just want to put it around here in this space. Okay? That's all you want to do. Tissue. We are done in here. Oh, I forgot to put I may not need it. But anyway, your concealer should be 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. Either 2 shades to 3 shades, okay? Your concealer should not be the same color as your foundation, because your concealer is where you want to put the concealer in the areas where you have the dark circles, or you have the blemishes, or you have dark spots. So if you're going to put it under your eye, you want it to be 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. Your concealer should never be the same color as your foundation. You want to find a concealer that is 2 to 3 shades lighter than your foundation. And the reason being is because your concealer is to lighten the areas. Where you want it lighter. Another thing with concealer is that when you put your concealer on, just don't go to rubbing it in. Let your concealer set, let it sit on your face for 2 to 3 minutes, 2 to 3 seconds, however long. You want it to melt in like peanut butter. You don't need to just go right in and just rubbing it. I let mine sit for a minute to kind of sit into my face, into the areas that I want it to sit in. I let it just sit, and I just let it melt there. And the reason being is because when you get ready to rub your concealer in, when you get ready to blend your concealer in, you don't want to be, because under your eyes is very, very delicate. You do not want to be rubbing and rubbing, and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing and rubbing. You don't want to do that. You don't want to be taking a long time to rub in concealer. So if you let it sit, it takes less time to rub it in. If you just rub it in as soon as you put it on your face, you're going to be under here too long. You don't want to be under here that long. You don't, because this area is very sensitive. We don't want to be pulling and stretching up under our eyes. Oh, my coworker giving him the finger. So you don't want to do that. You want it to sit. You want it to sit. So when you get ready to put it on, to blend it in, you ain't got to do that much. Now, you can do 1 or 2 things with concealer. I do both. Oh God, is he back? Oh God. I can't stand that man. Anyway. Oh, these people late. Look at him. Oh, they hand must don't work or something. So you want to take it and see, now it has set. You see how it is set? So now, because it has set, I don't have to rub it that much, because I let it sit and I let it melt, because you want it to melt in. See that? It's got to be 2 to 3 shades lighter than your base makeup, than your foundation. And if all else fails, if you can't get it all the way in there, you take your hand and you rub it. You blend it. And that's what I usually do. Ain't nothing wrong with using your fingers to get up in them corners. See that? And I only put the concealer here. I know people that put concealer, you know, every other place, you know, which is fine. But I only put it under here. I just spread it right amongst here. You see how it's lighter? You want to lighten this area up other than the other areas, because if this is the area where you have the most, you know, that's what you want to do. Here, I got a piece of paper. Let's see. And normally I have my other compact mirror, but I don't have it. So I'm gonna use this. This also is MAC, and this is to keep the shine from you shining so much. So I put that everywhere. And if I had my other powder, I would have put that on too. I'll leave that in here. And we're gonna put some some blush on, girl. This blush is from Juvia's Place. It's a liquid, and you don't need much. Just a tap, baby, just a tap, because it's very pigmented. And sometimes I let that sit as well. And then I take this, and then I'm just gonna tap. I want to just tap it. I'm not rubbing, I'm tapping. I used to do that, you know, rub. I learned that I didn't have to do that. I watch other makeup artists talk about tapping. How you tap makeup in. Tapping makeup in, you get the same effect as you would if you was rubbing it. The only difference is that when you're tapping it, you're not tearing up your skin. You want to tap. Here. We just want to tap it. See? Same effect. Same effect. This is also a MAC lipstick. What is this one called? This feels so grand. So the other one I have is called Dance With Me. And the purple one is called Autonomize. And this is a liquid matte lipstick. So it's gonna go on wet, and then it's gonna dry down. And I don't use a lip liner. I just put it on. And that is it. That's it, y'all. That is it. That is it. All right. So I'm getting ready to go in here and see what the boys are talking about. Put my hat back on. Boom, bam. That's how we do it over here in the shop. Ooh, you know, you ain't got to do a whole lot to look cute. You know what I'm saying? You just do a little. You know what I'm saying? Just do a little. Just do a little. Tell women all the time, you ain't got to try that hard. You ain't got to try that hard. You ain't got to do that much to look your best. You understand what I'm saying? You ain't got to do a whole lot. All right, y'all. I'm going to let you go. You all have a beautiful, amazing day. I love you from the bottom of my heart. Thank y'all for always being here to listen. Thank you all so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. I'm finna go in here and sit down. I ain't doing shit. Do you hear me? I ain't doing shit. I'm finna go sit the fuck down. Because my back is on fire. Anyway, y'all have a good, blessed day. And you know where I'll see you. Say it with me. In the next Cece's Fashion is My Passion YouTube video. God bless you. See you real soon. Bye. Peace.